Hi, welcome. My name's McCluskey, and I'd like to take a couple minutes to discuss the Thundershirt, this type of shirt that's put on a dog that's used to help control anxiety with loud noises such as thunderstorms. And I'm going to take a couple minutes to discuss the what it does. Is it effective? And I'll show you the relational connection issue and how appearances can be very deceiving if it's not aligning itself or it's meaningful through us being perceived as becoming the leader of our dog. And so here, there's going to be some very interesting things in this video. You can find this off YouTube. This is aired by 48 News. And this reporter, which you're going to see in a minute, she tests the Thundershirt out on her dog to see if it is helpful or not. But as I go through this video, I'm going to stop it a few times here just to show you some very common indicators that the dog owner has already given away the leader role. Okay, you're going to see the common things or fixes that we try to do or use, but it's ineffective because it's perceived as nothing but just coming through weakness. Okay, we're not asserting authority or influence over a dog in a way that's meaningful enough that's going to push back unwanted behavior. And even the issue with the Thundershirt, you're going to see it's actually reverse psychology here when it comes to overcoming this issue. So let's play some of this video here so you can hear it. I'm going to make some comments as we go through the video, and just to make some key points here, which will be helpful for you if you're assessing the effectiveness of certain devices such as the Thundershirt.
You're probably familiar with doggy downers, but there is a way to calm down Fido without having to give them medication. It's basically just a piece of clothing. WAFM 48 News anchor Liz Hurley shows us if it really works.
Here's the possible solution. It's called the Thundershirt. It's a swaddling sweater that claims to apply gentle pressure to a dog's body. But could it live up to its claim?
Now here you'll see she's describing the shirt, and notice how she says or makes the comment about applying gentle pressure. Okay, now keep that in mind here as we go through here, because that's going to be important as I discuss why this shirt appears to work and then just kind of gets washed out like the sand, so to speak, with helping dogs.
Names of soothing savage beasts. I took it to my own cookie cocker named Cookie to find out. Cookie can smell a storm coming miles away. She's my personal doggy Doppler. My noisy wind chimes outside and the blaring weather radio inside usually confirm her instincts. At the first sign of bad weather, Cookie paces and pants and runs around my house. We tried crating her, but she bore a hole through the...
Now here you'll see the dog's response as a loud noise. Now this is very important to understand about how a dog's mind is governed. Dogs, when they have a certain level of power, loud noises it causes a pullback of the mind. And this is one of those reverse things about behavior where the physical response is going to take the form or path of fear through how we interpret behavior. But again, this is one of the things, just kind of like bad computer code, where our response actually creates a worse problem with how we respond through empathy and emotion, and it just causes worse issues. So we'll continue on here, but you'll see here she's making a comment about the dog trying to chew through or chewing out of the crate. And again, if you go and watch my videos, I talk about the whole thing with the crate. It represents control. Okay, it's controlling the dog's ability to express that state. So it's controlling mind and body. So it's authoritative in nature. And this is the relational part of it. Dogs connect dots from the crate through the relationship itself to the dog owner.
Metal cage. We tried leaving her out and keeping our behavior very normal. That failed too, and she even got back at me for that approach. Hence my sandal cemetery. We have tried just about everything to calm her down. We love her, we pet her, we give her treats for positive behavior. And
I see here, we love her, we pet her, we give her treats. So It's all just about unrestrained emotion, emotion, emotion. Now we get dogs to meet, our emotional needs, but this is the thing to understand about just like being either you're the parent or the friend to your child. There's a difference. And if you want a standard or an example to use, just think of the 4 styles of parenting and look at permissive, and you're going to get your answer as to why most dog owners struggle with overcoming behavior issues. The behavior issues that result from the child becomes narcissistic, it starts objectifying, and selfish behavior. See, it's the same identical path. It really is.
Chew bones, but we have had to resort to chill pills, a little antihistamine, and yes, even a little hooch for the pooch.
Now here it's interesting because you'll see, subconsciously or otherwise, the dog owner is trying to find any path possible that gets around being the parent, putting authority over the dog, okay? It's this whole, again, we're kind of, the path we follow, with the decisions we make align with our own psychology. And it's a path of destruction. It really doesn't solve the problem because it doesn't fix the relational issue.
Still, nothing really worked until I heard about Thundershirt. It's a new tight-fitting swaddling wrap that promises to calm anxiety-ridden dogs and then sets out to prove it. It has a 100% money-back guarantee, but couldn't take the bite out of Cookie's smears. I slipped it on and waited. Good girl, Cookie. Good Cookie.
Now see what she's doing? She's responding with emotion. Now this is the thing I said at the beginning of the video about it applying pressure. It's interesting even how the news reporter described the pressure. She described it using emotional language, but here it's understanding. This is why physical touch is required when you talk about my methodology or how I approach training. It's understanding, okay, it's like getting a 3-dimensional snapshot of the relationship and understanding where you stand in that relationship. It's all about perceptions. So a dog's decision-making process is, it branches off that role itself. But the whole thing about pressure, and this is the thing about applied pressure, she's using that brings pressure onto the body, and therefore it influences the mind. But the problem with it not holding weight, or not carrying over into creating any meaningful change relationally, because it's separate and apart. It doesn't represent that the owner is changing. Okay, the dog initially will. This will give a temporary kind of a false hope, so to speak, because the dog will temporarily associate that to the owner. Okay, for the moment, and say, okay, maybe the owner is really changing. But when the dog has a sense that no, nothing truly is changing at the relational level, this just gets washed out like sand. Okay, that's what's going on.
That seems to be really snug. It didn't take long for the bad weather to roll.
And there you can always tell too about the amount of petting. You see someone just petting, and language and all those things will give you an indication of, just how emotional, what type of bond has been established. Is it at too high of an emotional level, which really puts, the framework itself, the nails going in are more weak than strong.
Or the Thundershirt to take effect. Brad's tracking storms right now, and it's been about 5 minutes since we put the Thundershirt on Cookie, and look, calm, cool, collected. I've given her no medication, nothing, and look at her.
And that's to be the thing about medication. We talked, this is why dogs, medication, all medication does, it masks the problem. It doesn't fix a problem, it masks it. So we'll skip ahead here a little bit to this, because a lot of this is just kind of promotion of the shirt and going on about it and everything. So anyway, the key here is to understand that no matter what you do, okay, it's you can't get out from underneath the relational part of it. Okay, again, the shirt itself, if for example she started using that shirt and she was changing, her psychology was changing, she was becoming more of a parent to her dog, then that would just kind of give it a boost on top of that. But because she's not changing, she's the primary influence in the relationship, because dogs, that's the connection, that's the relational connection part of this. Because she's not changing, she's trying to find something kind of separate and apart. trying to get out from around, trying to use something that's going to be effective, it's not. And that's why the same thing with using treats, as you see people using treats as a motivating agent, these ideas about learning theory, against all relational stuff here. When people, when they're successful or fail, you'll start to look beyond the surface, beyond appearances, beyond the smoke and mirrors of these ideas, and you'll look at the personality type of that person, and that's where you'll get your answers as to why some succeed while others fail, using the exact same methodology, ideas, motivating agents, etc. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This gives you a little better insight into the relational issue with dogs, and hopefully it provides answers some of your questions about the Thundershirt. Take care, and I hope you have a great day.